Hello and welcome to another Kev versus episode. I'm Kev, and with me this week we have Second Yellow Card. Say hello, Mr. Second Yellow Card. Or
Hello.
Matt. Can I call you Matt? Is that all right?
Yeah, that's probably a bit easier, shorter.
Yeah, it would be a long video if I had to go through full on Second Yellow Card every time.
Yeah.
Right, we should probably get into doing a bit of a draft then. Same plan as we always do with these drafts/interviews. I haven't got a name for this yet. It's just on my channel as drafts/interviews. I need a catchy name for this segment. Let me know in the comments if you've got a catchy name. But we're just doing the same thing as ever. We've got all the players on, all the money on, and I'll proceed to just sign former posh players because they're the only people that I know. So if I press that little continue button at the top there, and we will launch into a bit of a draft. Oh, good. You've got first pick. That gives me time to do something stupid. What is that picture of? Is that a picture of you that I can see?
No, that is not me. If you can bonus points if you can guess who that is.
Well, I'm playing on a tiny little monitor, so it's just like a little sliver of light. It looks like a picture of somebody taken through one of those tiny little windows that you get on a castle.
If I was to tell you that it is a picture of someone peering out from behind a tree, would that help?
Not even a little bit. I'm very confused.
Some of your subs may well know who that is, though.
Well, they can let me know in the comments then and tell me who it is, because I'm intrigued.
I'll tell you if you win.
Oh, well, I'm never going to find out then, am I? That should be the same rule people use in the comments as well. Oh, look at that. Aguero straight away. That's bordering on cheating.
I don't beat around the bush.
Yeah, right. I should probably... Right, I need to go through my tactic of let's sign players for every position. I usually forget to do that. So I'll start with a goalkeeper.
My tactic is usually below 150 million on the first three players and then scrape together the rest of the squad with what you got left.
Yeah, I've been trying to avoid doing that, but the temptation is always, oh, look at him. I'm even looking at goalkeepers now. I'm thinking, oh, Neuer, £40 million. Why not? There you go. Pepe Reina. I remember him. He'll do. He's cheap. And let's get myself a little striker as well. Oh, these are all far too expensive. So while I'm wandering around looking at strikers that I can't really afford, Drogba's 25 million quid. That's ridiculous. He's about 400 years old. On the off chance that anyone watching this doesn't know who you are, which I'm sure is just not the case because you're a Football Manager YouTube celebrity.
That's an oxymoron.
Look, we've got to take what we can get.
I suppose
we call you a celebrity because then one day I will be one too. And
there are no velvet limousines in this job.
Well,
not that it's a job.
I've only got 15 seconds left. While I'm desperate, I'm going to sign. He'll do. Berahino. How long have you been around on the old YouTube scene now? Because obviously you were well established when I arrived, and you seem to have lots of stuff on your channel.
Not that long, really. I mean, it's been one of those things where, actually, who am I going to pick? That's who I'm going to pick. Let me just pick him. I'll answer the question when I finish picking. Let me just scroll down. That'll do. Oh, that's too far. Don't want Goran Pandev. You know you've gone too far if you've reached Goran Pandev.
I'm just worried that you've got Aguero and Ronaldo already. This is terrifying.
Oh, I know who I might have. Oh, no. Oh. There's too many choices. I'm like a kid in a footballer shop. Let's have him.
I don't know who that is. It's always worrying when people choose players I'm not familiar with, because I only really know lower league English football.
Luis Gustavo, the Wolfsburg Brazil player.
You may as well be talking Wolfsburgian. I don't know what you're saying.
Sausage talk.
So what's it? Has it been a couple of years now? I've tried to root through your channel and find a first video.
It was September 2014 was the first video I ever put up.
Okay.
Basically, and that was just sort of on a whim.
What made the whim happen? What made you just decide to post a video?
Basically, I was writing a novelization thing based on FM because, I'm like that. And I was just... I don't know, I kind of not that I got bored of it, I just thought I was watching a few people on YouTube and I thought, actually, that could be kind of fun. I already had a half-decent microphone at the time and some recording software, so I thought, might as well just have a crack at it and see what it's like, basically. And it kind of just went from there, and I just put a few videos up, and, a month or so later, I got a few subs, which was quite nice.
Yeah, excellent. I'm really interested in this novelisation. Did that ever see the light of day?
Well, if you count the light of day, me sending it to my girlfriend and her going, what is this?
That's almost like, why is that not on the internet? Surely the internet is demanding to see this novelisation of Football Manager.
No doubt it'll be on a fan fiction website.
What was the premise for it?
Basically, the idea behind it was that I was basically writing about I suppose you could call it a fictional version of myself, but not particularly. The idea was that I was using FM as a base for a sort of novelised version of a story that I was writing alongside it, basically. I've just passed a pick.
You have, yeah. See, this is my tactic. This is why I like to talk over the draft bit. It's all mind games.
Right, we don't need him. Ooh, should we? No, maybe. Ooh, sure. James Milner.
Right. Well, I'll have Adam Lallana.
I might try and actually find some players while you're doing it.
Nah, you don't need players. See, now this is just... Nathaniel Klein, I've heard of him. I'm just picking Liverpool players and Manchester United. I'm just picking Premier League players. That's all.
There is a 40-year-old Ukrainian goalkeeper here that is apparently worth £22.5 million.
Sign him up.
Alexander Shovkovsky.
Just he might be good. You'll regret not picking him if you don't.
Apparently better than Marc-Andre ter Stegen. I think not.
Well, he might be. You don't know.
I suppose.
You should pick him and find out.
I might just do that.
You should.
It's my turn, so I may have to. Oh, damn it! I've got 55 million left.
Yeah, that's what you get for Aguero and Ronaldo.
How many players have I even got?
4, 5.
5. I've got 5 players, and I've got. Okay, let's set some reasonable boundaries down, Matt, shall we? Okay.
Let's not be reasonable.
Value, right? I've got to basically set a value of like 3 million for the rest of the squad now. No,
Good.
Let's go 5. Let's push the boat out. Push the boat all the way out to Alex McCarthy for my other goalkeeper.
It's 2 goalkeepers. For someone who's only got 5 players and no money, the 2 goalkeeper tactic I find interesting.
I'm a traditionalist. What can I say?
Right, I'm going to continue my just picking players from the sort of northwest and go for Luke Shaw because I've heard of him. Have I got any midfield players yet? I don't know that I have. Have I got? Well, how am I doing for money? I've got to get out of this habit of just signing lots of players who are sort of okay. Because I don't have anyone who's brilliant. There you go, we'll have Fabregas. Fabregas is good.
You're basically doing the opposite of what I'm doing, essentially, which is, I've got a couple that are brilliant, and then the rest of them are cloggers. Is what I'm going for here.
But that's probably that's all you need. And if this was real life, you pick Ronaldo and Aguero against my team of players who are all right. You're probably still going to win, even if I'm in your back 4.
True, but I'm now going to partner them with Tim Cahill. So there's that. Now we're going to need ourselves someone for the right-hand side. If I can find that button. Where is it? There it is. There's my button. Who do we want? We want a winger for the... Where's me? Damn it. There we go. Bloody hell. Okay. Another blast from the past. Yes.
Oh, who's this?
Get in, Sean Wrighty Phillips.
Is he still a thing?
He is still a thing.
I was not aware he still existed.
I enjoy the fact that people think he's really young because he's short.
Yeah. Who does he play for now in real life?
He plays for me, apparently.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
He's actually at... Oh, me. Okay, still me.
Yeah, you don't even know. No idea. He could be anywhere.
Career stats. New York, Red Bull.
Oh, basically he has retired then.
He's on holiday, essentially.
Yeah, I see. Right, I need another striker. And while I am... I don't know who any... Oh, he's not a striker, but he can play out wide. Interesting. That's not what I was looking for. But he does play for Manchester United, and that just seems to... Manchester United or Liverpool. I've got a theme for my team, and I'm sticking to it.
Next up, a man who wasn't born, he was quarried. Marcin Wesolowski.
Interesting. You've got some old players.
They are very old, I've noticed, because the older ones are cheap. That's basically where I'm at with this, basically. Let's have... Who else should we have? Maybe a funny name? Oh, well, we've got to go for Waldo Ponce then, haven't we?
That is a fantastic name. Right, I've got... I think I have... I've only got... Right, now I've got a problem. Because I'm sat here thinking, right, that's my full team picked. But I've only got 10 players. So now I have to work out what position...
You need another goalkeeper.
Yeah, what position don't I have any players in yet? I'll tell you what I don't have. I don't have a holding midfield player. That's what I'll spend my last £30 million on. But he doesn't play for Man United or Liverpool. He does, though. Or did. I assume he probably still does. Lucas Leiva. Does he still play for Liverpool?
He gets a little run out occasionally. I think he played for Liverpool in the cup final, didn't he?
I might well have done. Outside of this one draft, I have no interest in either Manchester United or Liverpool. I don't know why that's emerged as the theme.
It's become it.
Yeah, but now I'm struggling. I might have to. Right, I'll just resort to former posh players now. That's the easy way to sort this. There you go. It is tradition that in a draft I pick George Boyd, so George Boyd is in. Yes.
Next up, a man whose parents clearly did not like him. Wait, why can't I pick him? Here we go. Obiom Siuk.
That's. I mean, do you know who that is, or are you just picking silly names now?
Well, a bit of both. He's 31 as well. My goodness.
Yeah, I think we should fast forward 5 years into the future and play this game. Then I'm going to stand a better chance.
I've got to the point where there's basically no players that I can even pick right now because of my budgets.
How much have you spent? Yeah, you've actually got more money left than I have.
It's because I'm playing it safe, but now I've only got 3 players that fit the role that I'm even looking for.
See, you're doing a proper big boy search where you're looking. I'm just clicking buttons and looking for names.
Yeah, no,
I know.
In case you couldn't tell, I'm taking this really seriously.
Yeah, it's worrying me. So you've been on YouTube a couple of years. What was your first save going way back? Would it have been FM14 or 15?
Yeah, it was FM14. Okay. Right at the end of the cycle, I managed to get 2 saves in on FM14 battles, but I was running 2 saves at the same time. So the first save I ever did was rebuilding Fulham.
Okay, the start of the rebuilding theme, which I've noticed on your channel. You just finished with Wimbledon, haven't you?
Yep.
Which is all very exciting. I sat and watched your Champions League final while I was cooking my dinner today.
I saw on Twitter.
Yeah, there you go. So, in fact, I think this episode is going to be timed so perfectly that it will come out roughly around the time when your next series starts, because it will come out. Oh, I can't afford Ryan Bennett. This is going to. Well, it's only £4.5 million. This is going to be coming out on Sunday, so. If the plan is still for you to be back on Sunday,
that's the plan so far. Things got a little bit dicey today when I actually loaded up Midtjylland to have a little look at them and found that in my version of the database they've got most of the first team squad out for 11 months.
Well, that just adds to the fun.
Well, it does if those injuries were realistic and not just completely at random. I don't know why they're like that. Like one of them's from like over a year ago.
Okay, are they? That's not the same as in real life, then, I take it.
No, I checked, because I was looking to see where Pione Sisto was, not to see where he was, to see how he was in the save, and, it said that he had a groin strain and was going to be out for 6 months with a groin strain. But when I actually looked at it, I loaded up the editor to have a little look and see when the injury was supposed to have started, and according to FM, he was supposed to have been out for 10 months with a groin strain.
Nice.
Even though he was only out for
that's on the official FM database, is it?
That was the winter. It's the winter transfer update that's buggered it all up. Because if you look on the old version, he's not like that. So I might have to use the old version, but then that means they don't have the updated players, which is a pain.
Well, that it all sounds far too complicated. What's your reason for heading out to Denmark on the new save?
Basically, I just wanted to pick a country that would suit kind of what I'm trying to do with it, which is to actually improve the league itself rather than just the club. And that's the plan, basically.
It sounds like quite a challenge.
Well, that's the idea. I just wanted to do something that was a little bit different to what I'd done before and hopefully be fun at the same time.
Yeah, it's gonna make for some interesting viewing. I was watching your bit where you were talking about your rules that you were going to have for it and how you weren't going to sign other players from in Denmark. And then when you sold players, you were only going to sell them to clubs in Denmark.
I think people misunderstood what I was saying with that, because a lot of people are saying, how can you do that if you're only signing players that are Danish? I'm like, I'm not signing players that are Danish. I never said that. I'm going to be signing I think what I said was that if I wanted to have a Danish player, they had to come through our academy. But I was going to sign from all over the world. That's the plan. Yeah. As long as they're under 18 or 18 and under, we're going to bring them through. Because in Denmark, as long as a player's been with the club for 3 years before they're 21, they count as homegrown. Okay. Which means we can have a whole squad of players from all over the world, including Danish players, hopefully, and still meet all the homegrown criteria. And if we do want to sell players, we have to sell the Danish clubs. Obviously, that won't apply for every single one because, if a player that's huge and amazing wants to leave and he wants to join a big club, I can't prevent that and sell him to Brøndby, Yeah. But, that's how I'm going to try and do it. I don't know how well it's going to work. I just wanted to do something a little bit different that wasn't just the same old me trying to win the Champions League, which, is fun, but I wanted to do something that there was a slightly different goal towards the end of it, and it wouldn't just be surrounding us. It meant that I had some rules to go along with and just to play the game how I liked, really.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's putting me to shame with my I'm just playing the game. I can't. I haven't got a goal. I even say quite regularly I don't know when this is going to end. It's it'll end when I'm bored of it probably. I went into it with no plan. It started the day FM 16 came out, and I'm just tootling around to see what happens. I certainly didn't expect to get 14, 15 seasons into it like I am at the moment, and it just
certainly got more than I have.
It just keeps going. It's mad.
This man has too many names, and I like that about him.
Jan Ingwer Carlsen Bracker. It's
basically two people. I've signed two people.
Yeah, I don't know if that's in the spirit of what we're doing here.
Well, it's the whole Dagenham and Redbridge situation again, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Who can I get for the... Oh, no. Oh, I might be able to. A player who I have from my own save. Have I got enough money? João Teixeira comes in. There we go.
I actually have 17 million quid left out of nowhere. I've overdone it with my spending.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand how we started a draft where you started off buying Aguero and Ronaldo. We've got to the end. I'm out of money when I've only got 15 players. And you've still got loads of money left. I've had to finish. I've got 0 pennies left.
Right, with that in mind, I'm going to spend all of my 17 million then.
Oh, no. What's going to happen here? Is this going
Who are we going to get? Who's the most outlandish player I can get for 17 million quid? Oh, hello. Bit more. Come on, game. There we go. We could get Axel Witsel. I like it because his name rhymes. Yeah. We could actually get a Lara Mende.
Just sign a load of rubbish. Sign 4 or 5 rubbish non-league players or something. I think that's what everyone wants to see you do.
I could get on. I can't get Lucas Leiva, or can I?
Well, I've already got him, so you'll struggle.
Let's go. I don't know. I think I've heard that you can. Actually, I don't know. It's been such a long time since I played this. Let's go with Lara Mendy. He'll be a decent backup, won't he? Oh, have I got another player? No, I don't. I've spent all my money. You've
got no money, so I guess draft complete. Let's go and pick some teams. Right. So if we move on to that, while we're picking some teams, I'm gonna make the internet hate you. Not out of spite, but out of truth. Are you aware, sir, that you are the reason people get to see my face on my channel? It's all your fault.
How do you mean?
You did a video a little while ago where you explained how your setup worked, and I put a little message in your comments saying, how do you make the voice sync up with the webcam? Because I've been trying for like 4 months and it just won't sync up. And you told me what button to press in Bandicam.
Oh, you mean the dropping frames bit where it freezes frames? Yeah, that was the most annoying thing ever. That when I figured out what it was, and I realised I didn't actually need to buy my camera.
Yeah. Well, I'd just bought a camera like a week before, and so I was sort of getting to the point where I was semi-figuring it out, but then you told me about that button, and that day my face appeared on the channel for the first time. So ever since then, people have had the pleasure of being able to see me every single day, and they've got you to blame for it, because if you hadn't have helped me out, then people would still not know what I look like and wouldn't have to put up with seeing me. So I think you owe all my subscribers an apology.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Actually, no, I'm gonna be proud of that.
It was a very helpful thing for you to do, and it was, to be honest, and I get asked quite regularly for any advice for setting up, getting started, especially with the camera and all that stuff, because it's the most complicated bit of all of it. And if you are at that point where you're just starting out, Matt's video about how to get it all set up is brilliant. I sat there and watched it and actually went through Bandicam open on one side, your video on the other, just matching up all my settings to what you told me to do. And it was very, very helpful. So I'll put a link to that video in the description, because it was very helpful.
People had just requested to sort of see that type of thing, and I just thought there's no point in me not doing it, because it's just easier than having to explain it every single time, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. And now I've got a video I can send people to, because if I had to do a similar video to that, people would realise I am just in my garage surrounded by boxes and an old bed. So it's just...
Hey, I managed to frame my shots just fine to hide the exercise bike covered in clothes.
Well, when I first started putting my face on the channel, I'd bought my green screen but hadn't worked out how to use it yet. So there's a full season of my save where there's a green screen behind me to hide the stuff that's behind me, but I'm not actually using it. It's the most ridiculous, unprofessional pile of trash anyone's ever put on the internet.
You think that's bad? I've got a green screen and I've never used it.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, it's not like through I want to use it. It's just that unfortunately, because I've got the bed is so close to where I'm sitting, I can't put the green screen behind me because it would hit up against it and there'd still be a huge gap. I need to rearrange this entire room, and it's just not something I have time to do right now.
Yeah, that's when you know it's all going a bit too far, when you start rearranging your house to be able to record Football Manager videos.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'll have to buy new furniture as well. It's like, nah, mate.
Yeah, well, I have an old desk that I set up in my garage so that and it's ridiculous as well because it means my gaming PC that I used to play the game on all the time is in the house and I'm not allowed it in the garage. So I have to bring an old laptop out here, stream the game to the laptop, because if I was in the house, it wouldn't ever be quiet. And it's so complicated. The things we have to do to get our voices and faces on the internet.
Last week, bought a brand new laptop for the first time in my life, and I can actually play FM on the laptop now, which is kind of nice. Just because sitting at this desk can get a little bit particularly when I'm sitting at my desk all day working then
well, at least you've got your fancy new chair now.
It's very, very comfortable, I have to say, even with these strangely placed pillows.
Are the pillows part of the chair, or they're
like they slide up and down. There's like a neck one and a lower back one, but they don't quite fit in my sort of back crease.
See, I had visions of you accessorising your shiny new chair with some throw cushions or something.
Oh no, I got the chair in yellow though, if that helps.
That sounds fantastic. You should have got a massive green chair, and then you wouldn't have needed the green screen. See, well, there's no thought gone into this.
Then the chair would be missing, but nothing else.
Yeah, that's why you need a massive chair.
Like a wing back.
Yeah, exactly. That
would have worked perfectly on two levels. Could have had an inverted wing back chair.
There you see. That's the sort of thing that goes viral. You've missed a trick there. I'm on that straight away. Right, I think we have both picked our teams, so let's have a look to see who we have got.
I love that even though this is a draft game, my players aren't even fit. Half of them.
Yeah, my goalkeeper is not match fit.
Zigic just can't be asked. He's got 55% match fitness. Like, what are you doing, Nicola?
Yeah, it should show you that. Perhaps it does on the draft screen.
Ronaldo isn't even fit.
Good.
And Liaramendi. It's just all the West Ham, all the Real Madrid players. That's a strange confusion to make.
I can see. I might be able to see your picture properly on this next screen, although it's got the stupid. Okay, now I know who it is. I can see the picture properly now. Before it was so small, I had no way of seeing it. Why have you got a picture of him sneaking out from behind a tree? I'm so confused.
Basically, during the FM League, there was this on-running joke about Paul and peering out from behind trees because there were so many pictures of him on Facebook doing that, and and it was sent to me on Skype, and it still to this day remains the only picture that I have saved in the My Pictures folder on this computer. And because FM defaults to that when you pick a picture, I always just pick it.
Nice. That's just bizarre. Why do you have no other photographs saved on your computer?
Oh, I do. They're just not saved in that folder.
Okay.
I save them in specifically other places, and I don't really save a lot of photos on this computer at all. It's just like regen faces and screenshots, but that's the only one that's actually saved in My Pictures.
And pictures of Golden FM looking out from behind a tree. Fantastic.
Oh, there's far worse ones.
Right, we have our teams picked. I'll quickly run through mine, and everyone can straight away see I've made a couple of mistakes in that I forgot to sign enough defenders and strikers. So I've got Memphis up front alongside Berahino with Adam Lallana behind them. I think that might become a front three. I'm letting you into my little tactics. I might stick the payout right wide as well, because looking at your fancy pants Wimbledon tactic that you got going on there, that's just going to batter me. I might need
maybe
to
you found my
change.
kryptonite.
Well, maybe. Playing players out of position.
Hey, if it works, it works. This is FM after all.
And then I've got Emre Can at centre-back because I forgot to sign any more. He was signed to be a holding midfield player for me, but needs must. I'm now not using one because he's got to play at centre-back. And I think I have done pretty much, apart from Saido Berahino. How did he sneak into my Man United/Liverpool team? I must have signed him early on before the theme emerged.
So what? Like your second pick.
Yeah, it's just because he played on loan for Posh like 10 times, so straight away I'm thinking, well, he's officially a Posh player. I've got to get him in. So who have you got then? Your tactic just terrifies me straight away.
I'll tell you who I do have, a very dashing-looking assistant manager.
So yeah, can you see your assistant manager? Where do you see them?
Like if you go onto the opposition instructions page, there's a guy called Josh Austin. He's telling me stuff, and he looks like Whitney Houston.
Does he? Fantastic.
Yes.
I'll have a look at mine in a second. Once, I mean, look at your team. You've got Aguero up front. I'm less scared that you got Tim Cahill alongside him, but I remember he used to score lots of goals from midfield. So
He did, like 10 years ago.
yeah, well, I mean, that's the theme of your team, isn't it? It's old people, but they're back for one day only.
What I've basically got is a team of old people with Ronaldo and Aguero as their carers.
Yeah, and James Milner as the one-man midfield.
Not that Ronaldo's young either. I don't know why I'm even saying that.
No, he's like 30, 31, isn't he?
Yeah, he's nearly an octogenarian.
Yeah. Right, let's have a look to see my assistant manager, just generic, just no noticeable features about him.
That's that Debski's World of Hair doing it for me.
Hold on, though, he's a tactical genius. Oliver Cummins. We'd do our chances no harm by tightly marking Cristiano Ronaldo at all times. Well, wow. Thank you, Mr. Master Tactician.
How much did you pay for that pearl of wisdom?
Yeah, exactly. Well, now we're fine. We'll win now. We've had that brilliant piece of advice. I would have thought. Luckily, we don't need to worry about Aguero because Oliver Cummins says so. As long as we sort Ronaldo out, we're fine.
Why is he going to mark him?
I assume so. He doesn't need marking. The man just... Were you not listening to Oliver Cummins? We only have to mark Ronaldo and then we'll win.
Oh, so, yeah, that's fine. Just crowd all 11 players around him and you're laughing.
Yeah, exactly. Right, let's get into this match. Right. Oh, why does it always go to 3D? I don't want 3D.
I turned those off in the pre-game bit because I was unsure of what would happen.
Yeah, there we go. So, we're into 2D. I'm not losing yet. This is good. So, getting back to me picking your brains about what you get up to on YouTube. Your videos are probably the top, I don't know how to phrase it, the best production quality of any videos I watch.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, they are. Those little highlight packages you do.
Oh, no way.
What just happened? See, there you go. Tactics. That's what's happening there. Playing him out of position. He doesn't care. I'll play up front, boss. Why not? But yeah, those little highlight packages you do. I guess when you're recording games offline, you have to have the mic on the whole time, and it must take you ages.
Well, no, I mean, obviously I can't do it. I don't have the mic on all the time. What I do is, basically what I'm doing, most of the time when I'm recording, I'm still working on the other screen.
Okay.
So I'll be playing FM on one side, because a lot of the work I do relies on me basically sitting there and waiting for things to load. So as a result of that, I kind of have a lot of time to do things like FM. And so while I'm waiting for things to process and whatnot on the other screen, I'll be playing a bit of FM. And because of that, it means that if I want to play a game, I just quickly hit record, commentate like sparingly, like when the ball enters the final third and stuff like that, which is why sometimes I'm not recording when we score a goal from long range. And that's usually how I do it, just in little snippets, and I just edit it together at the end.
Okay, so it's not even recording the whole time. Very clever.
Yeah, I just record the games themselves.
Yeah.
Which, or anything from like 2 to 10 minutes, depending on, highlights and whatnot. But I'll just sort of dip in and out with, what are you doing, Timmy Cahill? So I'll sort of dip in and out. So, I wouldn't be speaking. If I was commentating on this game right now, I wouldn't be saying anything until such time as the ball gets to like the final third. Then I'll start commentating just in case something happens. So it looks like I've been commentating the entire time.
See, that's the mark of a true pro. I'm still at the point where there's bits of my videos where I'm just saying, yeah, nothing's happening, but I'm still here. Hi, we'll have a chat about something else. Because
I've done that quite a few times in my live calls, which is one of the things I'm going to try and smooth out in the new series. It's going to be a lot higher production value on the new series, I'm hoping.
Oh, see, you're just making it even harder for the rest of us. If you're going to go even higher production quality, I may as well give up. Oh, what's happened there?
I've got a proper intro this time.
Have you?
Yeah, that's what I was doing yesterday. I built myself a proper intro for the series.
Oh, very snazzy. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Just getting all these. I like the start of a new series, and you don't get a lot of it at this time of year because obviously everyone's deep into everything at the moment. So you get that exciting burst when the game first comes out, and then it's quite hard to get into a series when you look at it and it's already 70 episodes in.
Yeah, I can imagine, particularly with the length of some FM videos. I've been guilty of that at times in the past. Not so much on my newer stuff, but like back in the day, I was watching a video earlier because someone had commented about something. I wanted to see what they meant, and the video itself was like 32 minutes long. And I'm thinking, dude, that's like 2 and a bit episodes worth of what you do now. What were you thinking? Who has time for that?
Yeah, exactly. I'm guilty of that on occasion still. I'm trying to trim them down to sort of 15 minutes, but
that's my aim. I always aim for 15.
Yeah.
But with this new series, I'm going to be strict to that. So I've come up with like new ways I can kind of, I'm just trying to streamline things and make it a sort of a polished product, so to speak, I guess.
Well, it certainly does the trick because, like I say, production wise, it's all very snazzy stuff. How long does it take you to edit an episode together?
Well, it depends on what I mean. Like, so oh, hang on, let me just turn that off and have a little gander at this. I see. So I'm just pro-zoning you.
Oh, for goodness sake, I'm ruined now.
Oh, no, you're not. Right, let's do that. Let's do that, and that. And that, and that. But yeah, no, basically, like, so once the episode's actually recorded, I've got to obviously import stuff off the camera, which can sometimes take like 10 minutes per file, because my USB port is notoriously temperamental. Then I got to sort of run my audio files for the episodes through Reaper so that it makes my voice sound better than it actually is. Otherwise, I don't know, I just don't like the dry signal from this microphone. It sounds a lot better once I've put a couple of plugins on top of it to make it sound a bit more radio-friendly. Then that stuff all gets imported into Adobe Premiere, which takes sometimes like 10-15 minutes if I've got 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, no way. Oh, come on. This is not happening. And so then after that, I've got to edit, which it depends. Like, if it's an episode where there isn't much edit to do, then it's sometimes like 10-15 minutes. If it's one that's a bit more, it's more like half an hour. But this, with the new series, it's going to be more like half an hour, 45 to an hour every single episode now, because I really do want to step it up a lot with the editing and music and just general jokiness and just trying to make it fun, as well as sort of, I wouldn't say I try to be informative, because if anyone's paying attention to what I'm doing, then Christ, God help them. But oh no
yes,
way.
Go on, 3-0, fantastic. I don't understand what's happening.
I don't know. You kryptonite, innit?
Yeah. See, that's the trick. Players out of position. That's all we need. Your team are confused. It's because I'm man-marking Cristiano Ronaldo. Oliver Cummins said it'd work, and the man is known for being a tactical genius.
That and the man with 3 names is on a 6.1.
I've just looked at my bench thinking, can I make any substitutions? And then I remembered who was on my bench and thought, you know what, lads? Just run through the tiredness, because I've seen what's on the bench and it's not pretty. I've got Sacco's my captain, by the way, which is... I don't remember picking him. It must have.
I think Tim Cahill was my captain, if that makes you feel any better.
It does. Well, yeah, I'm happy with Cahill. Cahill's your key man. It all goes through Tim Cahill.
Yeah, that 6.4, he's glowing. The only player that's done well for me is James Milner on his 7.3, but that's because he's playing in that roaming playmaker role, which in this tactic never ever fails to get a good rating. Ever. Like, we could lose 9-0 and he'd still be on like a 7.5.
Roaming playmakers in general seem to do quite well. I've noticed that because I use one in this tactic I'm using, and him and the right back, and the roaming playmaker plays in front of the right back the way he does in your one.
Oh.
What happened there with Ronaldo? He doesn't do that very often.
Well, he's doing it now.
Yeah. Cool, you've got a lot of players back for this corner. That looks like a cheeky tactical decision as well. You had about 5 players back.
Yeah,
you rascal.
It's the strikerless corner tactic.
I don't know how I feel about all this. Tactics. I don't really do tactics. Tactics confuse me. So we're coming into the final minutes of the video. Obviously, we've got your new series on the horizon. What other YouTube-y type plans have you got? Is it just this series all the way through to the next game now, or is there other sneaky stuff?
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing some... I wanted to do some sort of draft mode stuff, like a Fantasy Draft Friday kind of thing. Just not so much because I don't know whether... Oh, hello, red card.
Dear.
Whether it would make much difference in terms of the channel, but I wanted to do it so that I could use it as an opportunity to introduce people to other YouTubers, really. Because, it's all very well having a subscriber base, but I'd much rather see that go to good use in the sense of promoting other people. But that's why I tried to... I did it before with One True Nerd, but... Like, that was the only way I could think to do it at the time, was to just shout him out in a video.
Yeah.
But I would like to do it more through something like Fantasy Draft. That way people can actually get a chance to get to know that person as well.
Sounds like a cracking idea. What's just happened?
Switch roles.
Yeah, my game is just... I've got Lucas Leiva at centre-back now alongside Emre Can. This isn't going to... Just don't attack anymore. Deal?
Too overloaded is. This won't make any difference. I'm still going to lose this.
Fingers crossed. That puts me 3-0 up. Kev versus YouTube on this series, which is quite important.
My team haven't even really played that badly.
No, I mean, you've had all the possession. You've had more shots than me. We've had the same amount of clear-cut chances.
I've had 7 half chances.
You've had 16 corners.
Yeah, but this tactic gets a lot of corners, and one of the things we often score from is corners. So, but not today.
Hey, Kev3, YouTube nil. That's all I care about. Well, that has been that's been marvellous. Thank you very much for coming on and spending a little bit of time with us and letting my subscribers get to know you. I know everybody who subscribed to me is already on your list because you know you're the celebrity. We've already covered that. But
yeah, my velvet limo.
It's very good of you to come and hang out with the little people, and but us little sub 2,000 subscriber hobos that you come in and spend some time.
Hovel?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I am in a garage. We've already covered that. You know.
I just really wanted to say the word hovel.
Yeah. You're telling me about your chair. I'm thinking I'm sat on a milk carton, not a carton, milk crate. Milk carton would be ridiculous.
To be fair, the chair I exchanged this for literally had a hole. It was driving a hole in my floor.
So obviously everybody needs to go and check out Matt's new series when that launches today. It might already be out. This video, depending on when it comes out compared to his stuff could be out, it could be about to come out, but go and check him out. Second Yellow Card, there is a link to his channel down in the description, so you can go over there and subscribe to all his stuff and get involved in his new series, and tell him Kev sent you. If on the off chance that you don't know who he is, tell him Kev sent you, because then I assume there's some kind of affiliate program we do.
Oh, absolutely, you get a chair.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much for coming on. Thank you very much for forcing yourself to lose. I know it was deliberate. You just wanted...
Oh, yeah, I was well forcing it.
Yeah, mate. Throw a bone into the hovel. That's all this was.
You've got an episode title right there.
Thank you very much for watching, everybody.